Yo, what's up guys? In today's video, I'm going to be playing the top 5 decks that players regret upgrading. If you guys enjoyed the video, please make sure to like and subscribe. In the first game here, I will be playing 2.6 Hog Rider Cycle. The reason I think people regret upgrading this deck is just because this deck hasn't really had a place in the meta for at least a few years now. This deck is quite terrible with the introduction of a lot of new cards, and a lot of the decks in the meta contain like a building and a tornado, so it's really difficult to get any wins with this deck, and also with the introduction to the Evo Barbs, making the Fireball not too great against them, and Evo Knight, it's very difficult to actually end up breaking through and to even defend anymore. And the Monk taking care of all of 2.6's defensive cards like the Musketeer and the Cannon. It's just really hard to justify upgrading this deck anymore, and it's a deck that I never see anymore. Like, Hog Rider itself, I wouldn't say people regret upgrading, but I would say people regret upgrading this deck in specific here. In the first game, I am against an Expo player, which is pretty lucky for me, actually. This is actually one of the more fine matchups for me. I think I could definitely win against Expo Pump. If it was Expo Tesla, it would be a different story. Just because of the Evo Knight, 2.6 can't really defend Evo Knight. I'm going to let that Knight hit go, just because I know he doesn't have a big spell. I'll split my Evo Skellies here, and then I'll Ice Golem the bridge just to take care of that Ice Spirit, and I'm going to go for a Hog on the left. He goes for the Goblins. I'm just going to log them away. I might be in trouble. I'm going to Ice Spirit. Oh, wait! My Evo Skellies! Wait! The Evo Skellies, I'm going to Ice Golem the middle. Wait! My Evo Skellies! Look at them, they're still spawning. Nice. The Evo Skellies just took care of that entire Expo. I'm going to Hog Rider here just to tank for the Expo for a second. And that's GG. Well, I guess I don't regret upgrading my Evolved Skeletons, but I do regret upgrading everything else in this deck. Let's go. I'll take the win, though. I'll see you guys with the next deck. With the next deck here, I'm actually going to be playing a very amazing deck in the meta. This deck is extremely good right now, actually, but the reason I feel like people regret upgrading this deck is because it's receiving quite a few nerfs in the balance changes. As you guys saw, there was a work-in-progress balance changes where you basically got to vote for the upcoming balance changes, and the top 10 would be implemented into the game, and that means the Magic Archer and the Bomb Tower are getting nerfed, and maybe the Tornado, it's either the Magic Archer is getting nerfed 2 times, or it's going to be Magic Archer, Bomb Tower, and NATO, or 2 Magic Archer nerfs and the Bomb Tower nerf. So, looking very bad for this deck, and I feel like people are definitely going to be frustrated that they wasted their gold and their wild cards on this deck, just because it's going to be definitely unplayable in the upcoming season. It kind of sucks for everybody who upgraded this deck, because this deck is actually getting completely torched in the balance changes. Everything about it is getting nerfed, but I guess the people can enjoy it while it lasts. But in like 5 days, once the season ends, this deck is completely done and it's over. So I definitely do feel like people regret upgrading this deck. But it is going to be very good for the people who do have it max to be able to abuse it for the next few days. But it's always about the long term, though, not ever about the short term, being able to use a deck for 1 season, wasting all your resources, and then you can no longer play that deck anymore. It takes a long time to max out a deck. I'm just going to go for the Miner here on the Bowler and the E-Wiz. Just want to, yeah, I forced out the Tornado right there, and now I can activate my King Tower. I'm going to go for my Evo Knight, and then I can Tornado that to the King Tower, and then I can go for my Bomb Tower to clean up the Evo Barbs. A very nice sequence right there. Activating my King Tower was kind of like the highlight of that. I was just trying to get the King Tower activation, and I was able to get it, which is very nice. This matchup is pretty good for me, even without the King Tower activation. So without the King Tower activation, with the King Tower activation, this should be kind of like a cakewalk. I'm not going to lie. Okay, he played his Bowler. I'll Spear Gobs and then go for my Knight on top of the Baby Dragon. I do want to get to my Evo Knight. I'm kind of like tempted to Magic Archer the bridge, but I won't. I'll just go for the Miner here on the left. In this matchup, you have to pressure on both lanes at once, just because they're going to stack up really expensive cards on the lane that you're going for, like he is kind of now, going with the Idrex and the Bowlers in the back. So you have to be able to play on both lanes. If you get stuck on one lane, you're probably going to lose. Okay. I'll have the Spear Goblins go. He had to waste a Baby Dragon. I'll Wall Breaker so he can't Graveyard. Oh, he did the Barbs. Those are good Barbs. I'll go for my Magic Archer, and then I can log to clean up the Barbs. Magic Archer is extremely good against him because his only spells are NATO and Freeze. I'll go for the Miner here with the Knight, and then I can go for my Wall Breakers on the right and Spear Goblins on the left. I really want to kind of press him right now. He had to do the E-Wiz. I'm fine with that. I forced out a ton of Elixir, and he can't go for the Graveyard again. I'll just go for my Magic Archer in the middle. I will go for my Evolve Knight as well, just to tank for everything. Oh, bad NATO by him. Really bad NATO. That's not going to kill my Magic Archer. I'll go for the Miner on the left, and I'm going to Tornado everything up. Okay, nice. That's not going to line up, but that is going to kill the Baby Dragon and Evo Knights on the tower. Maybe I could pull those Barbs over. Nah, the Marcher's going to die. I'll go for my Bomb Tower on the Evo Barbs. It should help against the Boulder as well. Okay, he goes for the I drag all wall breakers, then go for my knight, pull everything up. Very nice wall breakers there, getting a double connection. It's always good to wall breakers while defending because they do get 1,000 damage, so you're able to switch lanes very quickly by getting wall breaker chip damage. I want a Magic Archer here on the E-Wiz. I haven't Magic Archered the bridge in a while. I don't think you'll expect it. Yup, nice. 1, 2. Oh, he messed up the NATO. That was an E in NATO. I'll Spear Gobs plus Knight here for the Baby Dragon. Keep up the pressure, and then I can Bomb Tower for the Bowler. I do need to keep pressuring on the left side, though, so I'll go Miner on the left, and I'll Wall Breakers. He did use his Barbs. He used his Bowler. He's going to have to, like, E-Wiz. Okay, yeah, he does go for the E-Wiz. I'll go for the Spear Goblins on top of the Barbarians. Just keep up the pressure, and then I'll Evo Knight on the left, just to keep up the pressure on both lanes. Okay, Baby Drags. I'm going to go for Marcher Tornado. Oh, he actually predicted me. Wow. Okay, I'm going to Wall Breakers plus Miner on the right. I need to keep up the pressure. I'm going to wait for the Bowler to move, and now I'm going to go for my Spear Gobs. No, I can't. The Bowler's not moving. I'm going to Magic Archer Knight here, and then I can NATO. He's not back to NATO. He has to play Baby Dragon to get to NATO. Nice. One more. Let's go. And this is why Magic Archer and maybe Tornado are getting nerfed. Look at that. Let's go. And the third deck I will be playing is going to be Pekka Bridge Spam. I do think that the introduction with every single evolution in the entire game currently, Pekka Bridge Spam gets completely dominated by them. I mean, you have the skeletons where if you don't have a spell for them, they will take care of your entire Pekka and everything else that goes with it. You have the Firecracker, which Pekka Bridge Spam already really struggled against Firecracker. And then you have the evolved Firecracker that just doesn't ever really die unless you put a spell on it, and it will kill everything, including the Pekka and everything behind it. You have the Evo Barbs, which is very self-explanatory. You literally cannot kill them. You have the Evo Recruits, also self-explanatory. You cannot kill them. You have the Evo Knight, which is not as bad, but it is very good against like the Ghost, the Bandit, the Battle Ram, even the Pekka. It tanks like even more hits than a regular Knight, obviously. But I do feel like Pekka Bridge Spam is a very fun deck, so maybe players wouldn't regret it for that reason, but Pekka Bridge Spam hasn't had a place in the meta for at least 2 years now. It's very, very bad. I am against a Logbait player here. I'll Poison on his Goblin Gang, and then I'll Battle Ram right away. Mostly all of your wins with this deck come from outplaying people, unless you get like the rare good matchup, but most matchups are quite terrible nowadays with this deck. I will get a Pekka swing, I think. Oh, I don't. Okay, I'm going to go for my Knight plus Ghost at the bridge. The only really way to beat people right now with this deck is to just outplay them. Like, you just have to simply play better than them and have them make mistakes. And this Ghost is going to get a lot of damage on the tower, so I am already outplaying this guy, but I think I could still lose, especially to this Evo Knight right here. He does have Goblin Barrel and Cycle as well. I have to be very careful. I am going to Pekka, because I do think he's going to Goblin Barrel with this Knight. I'm going to Pekka right here. Oh, wait, maybe that was a bad Pekka. It's going to go behind the barrel. Oh, no. Wait, oh, I didn't need that Battle Ram. I thought it was going to go like all the way around from the bottom over to the right. It's okay, though. This Pekka isn't going to do anything, but it will force out a lot of Elixir. Just going to go for my Magic Archer here. He's going to Inferno Tower. I can get a good poison. I'm going to let this Pekka go. I'm not even going to zap. I'll just go for my E-Wiz here on top of the barrel. E-Wiz like that, the barrel will only ever get one hit no matter what. So that's the best E-Wiz placement for the Goblin Barrel. I'm just going to go for my Knight here. I am one Knight away from my Evolved Knight. I'll have my Royal Ghost ready in case he wants to go for the barrel. Okay, he goes for the Goblin Gang. I'll zap on it, and then I'll Ghost in the back. Okay, wait, that was a bad barrel. Wait, maybe I could do something right here. I'm going to go for the Battle Ram in the corner, try to charge it up. I can Magic Archer on this Princess. And then I could go for... Oh, wait, that was a bad Inferno Tower. I'm going to go for my Evo Knight at the bridge. Evo Knight, Battle Ram, and I'm going to Ghost too. And I have a Magic Archer down 2 Ghosts, an Evo Knight, a Marcher, and 2 Barbarians. I'm going to pre-poison his Goblin Gang. Okay, he didn't do it. Wait, I'm going to zap on it right away. Okay, nice. Insane reaction time. He has nothing. And that's game. Let's go. GG. Very nice win there against Bait. That matchup is definitely not easy at all. With the next deck here that people regret upgrading is going to be Hog Firecracker. And the reason people regret upgrading this deck is not what you would think. I don't think the deck is terrible, but I mean, people had to pay $20 to $100 to max this card. And I don't know about you guys, but I would definitely regret spending $20 to $100 for them just to nerf my card after 2 months. The only way to get this card was to pay for it, so I do feel like I would regret upgrading this card and this deck very much, just for the sole fact that you had to spend money to do it, and they nerfed it, and as soon as they nerfed it, they put it in the shop for cheaper than what you paid for it while it was broken. So basically, you paid for how good your card was at the time. It got nerfed right after you used it, only for a month, maybe 2 months, and now it's not really that good anymore. So that's why I have this deck in my top 5 decks you regret upgrading. It is still a pretty good deck, I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty solid, but I mean, it's definitely not what it was, and it's not what you paid for. Oh, Mighty Miner here on the right, because I know he has to defend the left, and he shouldn't have anything for this, unless he has Ice Golem, but even then, Ice Golem wouldn't be the greatest, because I have the Firecracker. Oh, and that's going to be Tower. That's why this deck is not bad, but another thing about this deck is that with the Firecracker, the Mighty Miner also got nerfed. You also will be having the nerf to the Bomb Tower in the next change, because it was, like, on the number 4 spot of the work-in-progress balance changes, so on top of all the nerfs that this deck has already gotten, it's going to be getting another nerf to the Bomb Tower, or at least I think it's going to be, just because it was in the top 10 list. Very nice. Pretty nice win already. I mean, I haven't won because I could choke against this 3M, but I should be good. I'll go for my Evolved Firecracker in the back. This card still does a lot of damage to troops, just not the most damage to tower. I'll Ice Spirit behind the Firecracker because I know he's going to Miner and I want to catch it. Yep, now I can Skelly's on top of it to keep it alive. Very nice Ice Spirit there, and 3 Musketeers is dead, but I'm going to Firecracker here. Oh, nice. I hit the minions, and that should be GG. Very nice win here, but I do feel bad for everybody who bought the Evolved Firecracker thinking that they were going to be able to use a broken card for quite a while, and it got nerfed only after like a month and a half. I'll see you guys with the next deck. The next and final deck I'll have here is Royal Giant Cycle, and I know you guys are going to be like, Royal Giant is still amazing. I'm not saying Royal Giant is bad, but same with the Firecracker, it's definitely not what you paid for. To get the Evolved Royal Giant, once again, you had to pay for it. That is the only way to get the Evolved Royal Giant. You just had to spend your money, $20 to $100, and right after you bought it, it got nerfed again. And not only right after it got nerfed, it got put right back in the shop for cheaper right after it got nerfed. I'm just going to go for my RG here at the bridge, because he did go for the Goblin Giant at the back, and then I could defend probably pretty easily with my Fisherman. Yeah, he goes for the Sparky. I can defend that easily. That's going to be a good 3-4 RG hits on the tower. Nice. Already nearly half the tower. RG is great, but it's definitely, once again, not what you paid for. Oh, I messed that up. Damn. Okay. I regret maxing my Fisherman, too. Damn. Okay, wait, I'm going to Skelly's over here, because I think he's going to predict it with the Barb Barrel. Yup, I'm going to Hunter for the Sparky. Wait, what was that Snowball? I think he just lost. I'm going to go for my RG at the bridge. RG at the bridge is going to be really good here. Yeah. I don't know what that Snowball was, but that is going to be tower down for sure. Ooh, bad Phoenix. That Phoenix is going to die too. Everything's dead. Let's go. Tower down. It's not over yet, though, because he will have the Evolved Knight at some point during the game. I think the Knight after the next one will be Evolved, so I need to be very careful, because one Evolved Knight Sparky Goblin Giant is going to be such a pain to play against and defend. I'll Ghost at the bridge here. Okay, he goes for the Sparky. I'll go for the early Fireball. I think I want to cycle 2 Fireballs to kill his Sparky. I think that's the best way to go at it right now. I'll cycle my Electro Spear at the back, because if he wants the Goblin Giant, then it will just chain on top of it. I'll just cycle my E-Spirit here. Just wait till I hit 10, because it's not double Elixir yet, and then I'll go for the Barb Barrel on it. The E-Spirit will chain. I'll Fisherman, pull the Goblin Giant to the middle, and then I'll Hunter on the side. I can get a nice Fireball here as well to kill the Hunter and the Sparky. This push is easy to defend, but the next one is what's going to be hard, because I am down in Elixir, and he does have the Evo Knight, and this deck doesn't really have a good mini tank for the Evo Knight. I am going to have to be very careful. Okay, that Barb Barrel is dead. That Hunter will get some chip as well. I'm just going to cycle to my Fisherman, play an early Fisherman. My Hunter got half the tower. Wow. I'll just go for my Hunter in the back now. I'm not going to Fireball that. Wait, I'm going to Barb Barrel here. Try to pull the Knight opposite lane. No, the Fisher. No, the Fisher pulled it in front. What are you doing? Dude, my cards are playing against me. I'm going to Hunter here on the Evo Knight. I'm going to Barb Barrel on top of the Sparky. I'm going to E-Spirit as well. I'm going to Skelly's because he did waste his Snowball. Wait, I'm going to go for my next Fisherman. I'm going to pull it to my King Tower. I'm going to Hunter it as well because the Spear Goblins are going to take my tower. I'm going to go for the Barb Barrel on top of the Goblin Giant. E-Spirit, and the Fisherman's gonna pull it. Skellies, please. Let's go! GG's. Thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.